Okay, I want to know how this works because we have seen Meghan lying so many times, seen so many aspects since that Oprah interview that, well, let's say that counted 17 lies confirmed. But now we are seeing levels of insanity and maybe some kind of psychiatric disease. Or I don't want to go into details of any diagnosis here, of course, but I don't understand how she can say, like just 2 weeks ago, that she was, you remember that when she premiered her cooking show, like, yeah, I am Megan Sussex now, which we call her sausage in this show. And now she claims that she never said that, that was taken out of context. We have a lot of things out of context with Megan, but that's precisely not one of them. I want to. It's like says Foster Braxton. We are all either insane or Meghan Markle is insane. But I think that Harry should be in the equation as well. According to a popular YouTuber, while bashing social media, Markle denies that what we have all seen. What I don't appreciate, says Meghan, is how I'm always seeing these claims that I call myself Sussex now. I mean, Meghan Markle is my name, it's my family name. I'm going to go as far as to say I'm Sussex now. What I said in my show was taken completely out of context, and I think it serves as the epitome of everything wrong right now with social media. Yeah, precisely because if you're in social media right now, Megan, you're on Instagram. And that's the issue. That's the problem. I think people right now need to take a closer look at what I said about I'm Sussex now. I, I don't know in which ways you can, I don't know, misinterpret that. I would like to know. I really want to know. Of course, I am Meghan Markle. That clips of ours went viral, but for all the wrong reasons. This was just unfair. Not just for me, for the entire crew that worked on the show. I think the crew is not Sussex, for that matter. I think people are misguided when they see these short clips on social media, and that is the growing issue at large. A strawman argument. Megan, we are not talking about social media and short clips. Or you want to be in TikTok as well? Be my guest. Be on TikTok as well. You're gonna do well. I'm pretty sure. I never at any point said I am Sussex now on my show in the literal sense that people took it. So that settles it, right? She was not talking in a literal sense. She was not literal. Not literally at all. I also never once corrected the great Mindy Kaling, who is now a great friend of mine. Oh, yeah, no, I could never have corrected her. She is uncorrectable. She's perfect in every single way. No. I think when you take a closer look at social media, they all like to grasp at straws towards people's flaws. Projecting much? Are you projecting much, Megan? Yeah, it's such. We absolutely heard that. As Canel says, a pathological liar can't lie live. Last month, Megan was recorded on TV in her cooking show, snapping at Mindy Kaling in a passive aggressive tone. It's so funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle, I'm Sussex now. You could have said, this is very simple, Megan, how this works. You could have said, "Oh, let's think about that. This was a joke. Oh, this was something that this a joke. It was a quip, something that I told me to add some levity to the moment. That's you can have said that. And it would have all been fair. But maybe you lacked the tone. Maybe you lacked the body language. Maybe it's not that you lacked the body language. It's that you actually meant when you said that, you meant that, yeah, I'm Sussex now. You were absolutely behind that, and now you're regretting it, right? Because you're being called out not only for calling yourself a Megan Sussex, but what else did you do, Megan? You have been using the royal monogram. You have been making sure that Harry is still called His Royal Highness. We're gonna see one example of that. And by the way, of all the things that has Meghan done by quote unquote herself right now, what has been actually It doesn't include the Duchess of Sausages. That doesn't happen. She's still clinging to the royal family, and it feels so. I didn't know how meaningful it would be to me, but it just means so much to go. This is our family name, uh, right? This is our family name. It's Sussex is a family name, according to Meghan. This is literally words for words. Yeah, says Canal. She has rightfully mocked for was rightfully mocked for her grand illusion because Sussex is not Harry's family surname, just his title. Big difference. And if you have, if even the worst royal commentators, even the worst royal commentators know the difference between a surname and a title. I know that difference at last. I know the difference. Wait, what is Meghan's last name? Says the New York Times. So even the New York Times is it's making fun of Meghan. How embarrassing can this be? It said, yes, no, we cannot all be insane as um, in the same way, we're talking about this since so many outlets keep calling Meghan the Duchess of Sussex. As Julia Unleashed says, Dear People magazine, we are aware of your close relationship with Prince Harry and the wife, whom you often address as the Duchess of Sausages. We kindly request that you show the same respect to Catherine, who, unlike Meghan, is an actual royal queen in waiting. She is the Princess of Wales, a title that commands respect. You must uphold dignity and respect for her in your coverage, as she has specifically asked to be called Catherine, and please stop calling her Kate. I remember that I used to call Catherine Kate way more frequently, especially when I mentioned her many times over a video, maybe the seven or eighth time I mentioned her in a video. I decided to call her Kate just for some variety, but at the end of the day, she's still Catherine. That's her name, and we know that Will wants everybody to address her by that name. And speaking of titles, thanks to Foster Braxton as well. So, just in POV just posted that in Ukraine, Harry is being referred to as Your Royal Highness. This was from Julia Siridenko. Your Royal Highness, I'm going to go back to here. Your Royal Highness, I would like to express my sincere gratitude for everything that your family is doing for Ukraine. Referring to Harry. And Harry is being addressed, Your Royal Highness. Harry is not Royal Highness anymore. Okay, breaking news, I know, but bear with me. And for helping us draw the world's attention to humanitarian the mining in Ukraine. The mining will allow millions of displaced Ukrainians to return home and allow thousands of children to go to school without fear. This means so very much to all of us. A remarkable group of women who live in the border region of Sumy, an area affected by landmines, have prepared this Easter bread for you and your family. Today, they, along with all of us, are deeply moved, knowing that this symbolic offering, Easter bread made from flour harvested from the mine fields, will be on your table. I think that we need to be aware of all of this. This is something that needs to be brought awareness to. This is something that we need to be aware. And for everything that is happening in Ukraine, and it was just, I think it was just the region of Sumy had this atrocious attack on civilians. It's something that we need to address in many ways. The issue that I have with is it's like calling Harry His Royal Highness or Your Royal Highness. I think it's in the greatest scheme of things and in the framing of the situation that is nothing. But it's that Harry is actually trying to use all this for public relations, which makes it all the more what would be disgusting? The word is disgusting. It's trying to take advantage of all this, and of course, make sure that the PR calls him. Okay, you're still part of the royal family, thanks to you and all that the royal family is doing. Harry is no longer a working royal, but so many people in the world My solace is that many people in the world already know that the guy is a bellend. Um, and being out of the royal family, being wanting to be himself, he has been himself in ways that we know are despicable to anybody who values the term family, because it's like Harry's anything but a man who upholds the word family. That's an important thing here. Um, Five button. Watching these examples, we can see how disassociated she is from the present situation. There's some clips of Meghan here. Her mind is always one step out of sync because she's not concentrated or interested in the here and now, but is focused only on the optics of the situation along with her next move. It's like those people. It has happened to me many times when I meet people that have this, let's say, quirk that can be really upsetting sometimes. And this quirk is that they act like they are listening to you, and you have the body language cues. They are not listening to you, like they have their head pretty straight to you. That they don't have a tilt. Red flag number one. They don't blink. They don't nod with their head. And the first thing that comes out of their mouth after you stop talking, the first thing that comes out of their mouth after you stop talking has nothing to do with what you just said. It is not, of course, it is not a question about more details of what you just said. No, it is not something related to what you said. No, it is something that you say, was this person listening to me, or was this person waiting for me to shut up so they could talk and express their wonderful ideas and come and ask the question that they want to know about that has nothing to do with what I said. I've met some people like that. I'm sure you have met some people like that. And I'm sure this description by Five Button for these clips, well, that fits. That fits the Duchess, right? That fits the Duchess. We have seen that so many times. And a couple tweets from Royal Sage. Um, this is reality for Meghan. A reality check. Rachel's IG, Instagram, can't get the numbers of her sausage royal account. Rachel's new cooking show cannot get the numbers of her first Netflix show about herself. Although that the problem is that everybody was uh, waiting for that documentary for so long that even we watched. We did a group watch of all of it ourselves. It's something that was insane, but well. And now Rachel's podcast can't get the numbers her first podcast got. The novelty has run out. It was always going to. The novelty, this is this thing. The novelty always runs out. And I'm telling you, as a content creator, the thing is, the novelty runs out. The only thing that keeps you running is the consistency. And tell me what is consistent about Meghan besides being, well, basically a manipulative narcissist. That is consistency. She has been consistent at being a narcissist, but not being consistent at creating content and doing the thing that she wants to be known for. It's as easy as turning off a mic and looking at the camera and expressing yourself, expressing your ideas, trying to bring awareness to the things that matter in this world. So easy. It's a technology out there. She could have done that eons ago, but all that we get is lies and more lies, as Royally Sage comments again. I think this is from the Daily Fail. Harry's status has fallen so low they are not holding back anymore. Former Scotland Yard Chief Prince Harry's claimed that his police protection was withdrawn to keep him and Meghan in the UK. A complete nonsense. Yes, we had all the confirmations. Did we need these confirmations? No, we already knew that what Harry was saying was complete nonsense. The thing that we are expecting to is for the judge, in this case, to understand that no, this all lies. This all lies, like that New York City car chase. Yeah, the car chase. However, multiple sources cast doubt on Markle and Harris' version of the events. A high-ranking NYPD source, you remember, told the Post that there had been no collision reports or 9/11 calls, and that the chase, quote unquote, really just paparazzi following them at slow speeds, maybe on a bike, and definitely wasn't 2 hours because, well, we know that in NYC's in New York City is rush hour. Who can stage? Who can do an actual car chase? But again, I would like to know. I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. Much love and bliss.